Hello, this is going to be a test to try to figure out where uh, RF shielding has the biggest impact on the Tarsier's RF noise. So the setup is just going to be me using the R9M Lite Pro, uh, using the spectrum analyzer function, and it's just sitting on a bunch of wood and then some plastic for some heat shrink. And I just got it set up with this styrofoam block with a little hole cut out of it. Let me tilt up the antenna a little bit so that the antenna sits exactly where that marker is. So this is just a tarsier that's wrapped in aluminum foil completely, and what I'll do is I'll take off 3 different parts from the stack, the cable, and the camera. Hopefully the camera isn't what we have to shield. But the thing is that I have a battery hooked up here, and this is just what I normally use as a smoke stopper, but I have it set up so that it pulls the ground out and pulls it out to this wire that's been like kind of spread out, where I'm gonna put the tarsier so that it's grounded, or as grounded as we could get it on the quadcopter. And so we'll just set it there. And let me just point the camera down. And we'll be doing this for 915 megahertz. So we'll just go over to 915 with the biggest span that we can get, which is 40 megahertz. And I did this once without the markings. Let me see if I can get that glare. There we go. Yeah. So I did this before without the markings, and really I couldn't tell any difference between anything, basically. So I'm hoping that the things that I changed since then is I added these Sharpie markings and I added the grounding wire. So we'll find out how that acts right now. So yeah, everything on the Tarsier is just set up to 4K with the normal SD, the SD card that I used to record. So it's recording like as if it was in a quadcopter. So here we can see, I guess, for a minute what the background noise is, because I'm just in my apartment. Give it like 5 seconds, I guess. And so now I'll plug in the Tarsier, and there's the noise. And see, so right now it's looking like it's from the bottom line, it's 1, 2, and it's just under the 3rd line. I don't know if my lines are a little bit crooked. They look more crooked on the screen than they do on the controller. They're decently straight on the controller. Maybe it's because if I move it the other way, you'll get that glare again. Maybe if I point it that way, but then bring it. Nope. Yeah, we're just gonna have to go with that. So yeah, so they're making it just below the second. So the 3rd line, they're just below the 3rd line. So let's just see how it is if we take off the camera shielding. And as you can see, I didn't do the best job. This is just something to get started. I'm hoping that I'll get some tips from this YouTube video to do a better job next time. So that was the back pulled off. And give it like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'll pull the front. Although the back should have exposed the antenna since it's underneath the Tarsier. So that's with the shielding off of the camera. And now I'll go in. Wait, I'm gonna get my hands away from it for a second. Okay, now I'm gonna come in and do this on the cable to the Tarsier and kind of unwrap that, pop that off. That's that. And then, so, yeah. Wait, I'll get my hands away from it, give it a good little bit. Now I'll take off the one for the main stack. Okay, so that's completely unshielded. I haven't really been looking back at the spectrum, but let's see if it even went up above the third line. So 1, 2, 3. So I guess it did make a difference. It is a little bit higher now, definitely noticeable. So I guess I'll just have to go back and see which one it really started making a difference on. Other than that, I don't know if you'd want to see. Let's see how it is without recording. Oh, no, that was the wrong button. No recording, so it does go down when it stops recording. And then let's turn on the Wi-Fi. It's the Wi-Fi on. Just turn it off. And let's just turn off the whole Tarsier from the button. And now the Tarsier's off. Alrighty, so if y'all have any hints on what I need to do next, I really am kind of depending on the help from the community to try to figure out how to shield this thing, because not only the GPS, but I feel like it would affect the performance of the R9 system and Crossfire, because there's another video of somebody who ended up with issues on the Crossfire Micro, I think, and they ended up shielding, but I'm just trying to see which one is the actual part that's emitting all this noise, and then coming back and seeing how to actually shield it all. So if y'all have any issues, any ideas, please put them down in the comments. This is the first video as well. This is my first video where I'm actually talking, so be easy on me. Have a good one.